Hello, hello. This is the Roach here, and I am here with something new, something a little bit different. So, well, it's not exactly new. New to my YouTube channel, but not new as far as seeds. So this seed, I randomized. I randomized for a build challenge. But the difference with this one and the other one that I was doing and that I have done, and the other ones that I am doing, that I'm going to still be doing, is this one was randomized after the first 10. So I did 10 seeds that I randomized the seed. I randomized a build location, a first build location. And then this was the 11th one I did, and the reason that I did this one was for me and my son to play. So my 8-year-old son, he wanted to play one of them because I was doing it, and when I was randomizing it, my son was pretty interested in what I was doing, and so he came up and he wanted to help me randomize some of the seeds. So he was helping me do the randomization process, and he was begging me to play with him. And so I was like, well, let me hurry and finish up randomizing the rest of my seeds, the ones that I want to do. Then we will randomize, and then we'll play. We'll play. And so I got close to done, and he's like, I would like to do a randomized one as well. So he wanted to do a seed. He wanted to do a first build. Well, he didn't want to do a first build location for him because he was afraid that he would end up in the sky or whatever else. I did actually randomize a location for him, but he never use it. So, as you can see, the seed that was randomized for this one is down there. It was 45852. We've been playing on it in survival hard, and we named it Kingdom DNK. It was originally named Build Challenge DNK, and my son wanted to rename it. He wanted it to be Kingdom Me and Him or whatever, and I was like, that's cool and all, but we've already called it DNK, so let's call it Kingdom DNK. And so that's what we called it, and I just barely finished my first build on this one. I wasn't recording this one because it was with my son and I wasn't ready to really start it with my son. But the build turned out so cool that I decided I had to get on here, and that was what the episode for tonight was going to be. Is I was going to show you guys this seed. So let's go in and I will show you the first build that happened. So the first build, the location that I had to build at was 777 48 -226. So, and you can see that I have my good old Harold Iron Fist champion this world for me. So as you can see, we're pretty close to where that location is. So, but this is nowhere close to where my start was all the way over there. In fact, we're going to go over there a little ways first. Okay, so when I first got into it, I came running up through this beach, and I was coming this direction. I had to travel quite a bit to get here. Traveled and traveled and traveled. Got up through this birch forest. I was like, oh, well, I wonder where I'm going to be, if I'm going to just be underground or something. It seems like I'm probably going to be underground. And then I was like, well, I'm kind of close to this ocean, and -226 is actually out there. So, but look, oh, there's land up there. Maybe I won't be in the ocean. I was like, I don't know if I'll be in the ocean or not. Maybe I'll be on the land over there. So I hurried and I ran, and I started heading up this way. Oh, what is that? See, when you see, there we go. Okay, yeah. And we were playing it with the Fantasy texture pack. It's my favorite texture pack. It's a kickback from the old Minecraft that, I mean, we had it on the Wii U, we had it on the Xbox One, or Xbox One edition, and it was pretty much the first one that the first texture pack that I bought when I got on here. But anyway, so when I was coming in, I was coming up over here, and I was like, oh, huh, will it be over there? Will it be over here? Or will it be, huh, okay, so I was like, oh, 226, 226, 226. Oh, look, it's right there. Okay, and 777. 777. All right, let's see. Where's 77? Oh, wait, I gotta go off because this is, maybe it's over on the other side of there. So I was like, all right, we'll swim across here. And the sugarcane wasn't here. This is my sugarcane farm that I built. You know, one of those rules that you gotta have the sugarcane farm and you gotta have the food farm. So I got a nice big farm here. And it's actually supposed to grow even bigger because it's supposed to go out this way. But I got it started, so I was like, that's good enough. Not only that, but I needed to make a pen for my sheep and my chicken here, and I hadn't done that yet, so I hadn't quite finished that. But, so, yeah, build my farm. I got carrots and beetroot seed in the chest, and of course you can pick up those wheat seeds just about anywhere. Got plenty of sugar cane, and I started building that there. I also got a cactus in the bonus chest, so I went and stuck it down there. I don't know why that block's there. Oh, we've had an Enderman wandering around here. Not terribly surprising, because I've actually killed an Enderman, and while I was working on my build, another Enderman got rained on and died, actually right in the middle of my build. But, so, I was like, alright, well, what am I going to do? Alright, well, okay, oh, I'm going to be right out in that bay. I was like, dang, because see, 777 is right there. So, pretty much right out in the bay. And so, yeah, my negative 226 right over here. So, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to build right down in that bay. And I was like, alright, well, we can do that. So, the process, I kind of wish I would have recorded some of the first bit of the process, because first of all, I was like, alright, well, what I'll do is I'll build out over the top of here, and then I'll drop a whole bunch of sand or gravel or what else down there, and then then I'll build an underwater place up there. And so I started building out, and I built this little tiny place that was just a 3x3 right over the top of the 777 and like 777 negative 226. And so I went over and I built there. It was at level 48 that I needed to build. So I was like, well, wait a minute. What if the bottom's not at the right level? So I swam down to the bottom of the ocean, and it was right at 48, right at height, depth of 48 where I swam down to. Of course, there was it kind of moved and there was different bits and stuff, but I was like, all right, well, we can do that. And since this is at 63, I need to stack it 15 high, my gravel and whatever, to fall down in there and block it all off so that I can get in there and work. And then I decided, you know what, this small dinky one just not gonna work for me. So I was like, alright, well, it's got to be bigger. But maybe what I can do is I can dig down. I can dig down up underneath it. And so I was like, well, I got this little hidey hole. I dug in this little hidey hole here, and I was like, alright, well, I'll go down in here and see. I kind of set up my stuff. This was my base camp. Got my bed and my chests and this kind of stuff. And I was like, alright, well, let's go find it. So I dug this hole, and eventually I put water in it. It didn't have water in it for a long time, but I finally put water in it because that just makes it a little easier to get down into here. So you can go down, get down right there. And I was like, okay, let's see. I'm going to dig. I'm going to see if I can find it. So I dug here, and there was a big hole right here. And it's like, oh, well, that doesn't work. I need to go this way anyway. So I dug this way. And I dug and I dug and I dug and I got to the negative 226. This was not here. But then I was like, okay, well, I got to dig out this way. So I dug out this way, and I ran into water about right here. I didn't get very far. I got a few blocks, and then I ran into water. And so I started building up around. And yes, that is the build. That is the build, and it is awesome. But because it just turned night, I want to go show you from up top first. So let's go. All right. So go get back up here. See, and it works as a pretty good way up as well, because with the change on the way the water is, you can swim way fast. And I love it. Even up waterfalls, you can swim like way fast. It's awesome. I like the new swimming thing. So I built this, my domicile. That's what I started calling it. Actually, maybe I'm just getting a little bit tired, but I was all like, so I started building, and I was like, hey, this is my domicile. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I was laughing at myself. I am way too tired. But anyway, I shouldn't be tired though, because I did get some good sleep. I did get some good sleep last night and slept in until noon. As you might recall, I work night shift, so it can be a little bit hard. So now I will show you from down here. I did dig this out and put this in here. This was put in here mostly to facilitate the actual building of this place. And it turned out awesome. So the Enderman that got killed by the rain dropped a grass block right in here with his pearl. Dropped the pearl and the grass block. And I was like, that is awesome. And I was like, I'm going to have to find a use for this. And then I realized, you know what? I'm building on the bottom of the ocean. What better use than to get grass on the bottom of the ocean? Sounded awesome, and I was like, we're going to do it. We're going to put grass on the bottom of the ocean. So we put grass on the bottom of the ocean, and that is awesome. My pearls must be upstairs. I put it away. So yeah, but anyway, so he dropped his pearl in his grass block, and I put the grass block in, and I put all the grass in, and I've dug it all out, and see, the grass hasn't fully moved over there because this was kind of the last way. And I started thinking about it as well. This is drip irrigation. See how it all drips? My grass is drip irrigated. And I thought about possibly putting a garden down here, but I think if I do, what I'll do is I'll kind of put a bit of garden around the sides and kind of do it. Maybe even do like a raised flower garden thing on each of these. That would be cool, to do a little bit of a raised flower garden type of deal, only it would have things like wheat and beetroot and those kind of things in there. That would be really cool. I don't have any melons or pumpkins, so I wouldn't be able to do those anyway, and they kind of take up 2 spots in order to grow them anyway, so they might not work the best down here anyway. Although, ooh, that would be cool to put like a fountain maybe in the middle, just a little one, and then have my melons growing in the middle in like a little melon patch. That would be awesome. My melons and my pumpkins, we could have them both in there, and that would add some color in the middle and just be really cool. And then I was thinking also that I might even be able to plant some trees. Probably not real well though. Maybe we could put 4 trees in, and that would be really cool. So anyway, I will be decorating the inside of this, and it will look even cooler than it already does, if that is even possible, because it looks awesome. I even like so I went back to the normal texture. We were playing on the fantasy texture, and maybe I'll jump out and show you guys what it looks like in the fantasy texture real quick, just because the fantasy texture is really cool. And this is really cool too, though. I mean, this texture actually works with this texture as well. And as you can see, none of these are really fancy blocks or anything like that. They're just your standard glass blocks, your standard sand blocks, and just grass on the bottom. And it just looks amazing. I really do like it. I like everything about it. But yeah, I think we will switch to fantasy just so you guys can see how cool it looks with fantasy. But yeah, let's just go down right here. We'll just hang out right here and switch it to fantasy real quick. It doesn't really cost anything or cause any problems if we switch it to fantasy. Some of the glass was a little bit weird in the fantasy, like it actually showed some of the faces of the glass under the water, like when you were looking down under the water. But I even got the water all smoothed out on top of it, as you may have seen, may have not. But yeah, I smoothed the grass out over the top of it, and it just looked cool. Looks cool. Alright, so I don't know if I really had to quit, but I did in order to get this texture pack on. Yeah, I did get a few other texture packs as well, and alright, I don't know what I got into and why it's not working, but there we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we got it on. Okay, so let's go in. It should have changed it. It may not have. If it didn't, then maybe we'll just have to try and change it without. No, it did change it. I'm pretty sure it did. All right. Oh, hi, Caden. You want to come see? Oh, you need to go to the bathroom? Oh, come see what I did. So I finished my build. So Caden just came out, so I'm going to show him what I did on, because it is one that we've been working on together, and so he's probably interested. So see, it even looks cooler when you put the fantasy texture pack on it. I did the standard texture pack just so that you guys could see it, but now it even looks cooler. So this is my domicile, and it is awesome. I have grass underneath the ocean in this little bay. It is just sweet. I love the way it turned out, and I love being able to show it off. What's up?
Go over there. I see a grass plot that's not even grass.
Yeah, it just hasn't. The grass just hasn't spread to all of the little corners.
Oh.
It will soon. I think one of the problems is I don't have the corners really well lit. So if I got some torches and I started sticking torches on the corners, which I probably should do anyway, just to make sure that nothing spawns in here, we can just stick them right there. I need to move that torch back because it's supposed to be up against the wall. And there we go. And then
is there still the lake above you?
Yeah, we'll go up and we'll look at the top of it again here in just a second. Alright, so yeah, and this, that block needs to be dirt. That so needs to be dirt. There we go. Yep, that needs to be dirt. And then the grass will spread there too. In fact, it probably won't even take that long for it to spread there now that I've got more torches in there for light. So, alright. So, and look at the way that I get up. I get up by waterfall. Oh, I failed. There we go. Alright, there we go. Got up now. Alright, so there's my sugarcane farm, and there is my domicile.
I can see.
It's just awesome. But yeah, see, as you can see, the glass kind of shows up. Some of the panes on the top of the glass kind of show up. But it's still pretty cool. Let's go for a swim down by it. So, of course, once you go underwater, you have the effect of not being able to see as well. Which is kind of weird because those torches are underground, and so you'd think that you'd be able to see easier. But apparently it doesn't quite work that way yet. I'm going to be dying here soon if I don't get back up out. So let's jump back up out. And daylight's coming on now. So yeah, but it really looks cool. Really like the way it turned out. It almost kind of looks like a domed football stadium underneath the water. That's just cool. But yeah, so yeah, that's my first build in this world with my son Caden, and it just looks awesome. So I was really excited with the way it worked and the way it looked. So I thought I just had to show you guys, had to put it up. I have to get this video up on YouTube and so that everybody can see this cool build.